Mia, give us your full name, your year, and all that sort of stuff.
I'm Mia Espinosa. I am a sixth former currently, and I live in the Bronx, New York.
Fantastic.
Awesome. That's great.
All good?
I think we're good.
Okay. That was just a warm up. Now, can you look at me and say, "Hi, I'm Mia"?
Yes. Hi, I'm Mia Espinosa. I'm a sixth former currently, and I live in the Bronx, New York.
Can you say, "Hi, I'm Mia, class of 23"?
Hi, I'm Mia, class of 23.
All right. Tell us about yourself. What do you do at Kent School?
So, I actually do a little bit at Kent School. I am currently a senior council member, a student life steward, where I kind of just help curate activities and different things for students here. I also do a lot of sports. I was in varsity soccer for a long time, JV lax, squash, a bunch of different ones that that I wanted to try out. And I also do SOBU, which is a Students of Black and Hispanic Union. I'm one of their coordinators. And yeah, that's mostly what I do here.
Mostly.
You
can
do
tell
a
that.
lot.
Why did you choose Kent?
At first, I came to Kent because I heard that some of my family members were here and that my uncle actually came here before. So he wanted to find a different opportunity for my sister and I, and my other cousins as well. But once I came here, I realized that that wasn't the only reason that I also came here, because it would be a different experience and a better experience.
What do you mean when you say different and better experience?
At my old school, I didn't necessarily have a great academic experience, just because it was just different, and I love to learn. So learning there was different than learning here. Learning here is definitely more marketed and it's a lot more interactive, which I love. And it was just a different experience to come here and be surrounded by people who also love to learn. And that was something that I probably will never take for granted, even to this day. Yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful. Now, you kind of touched on this on your last answer. Pretend you didn't.
Okay.
So don't say, like I just said, don't do any of that. It's
Okay.
if you repeat yourself.
Okay.
Now that you're here, has your reason for coming to Kent changed?
My reason has definitely changed since I came here. At first, I came here for an academic experience, academic opportunities, but now I came here and I realized that it wasn't just supposed to be academic. It was the people that I met here, the family that I made here, and the experiences that I made here with those family. It's been a great experience so far, and I'm very happy that I didn't just focus on the academics and I broadened my horizons, because I know that that was what I was supposed to be doing, and it's been great so far. Yeah.
That's good. Excellent use of the word family. Bonus points on that one.
Got it.
What does a typical day look like?
Well, a typical day for me, I wake up, usually have my first class at around 8:30. Then we usually have either chapel or an all-school meeting where me and my partner, we give announcements to the rest of the school. And in chapel, sing a little bit. It's great. And then after that, I have a couple more classes. And then I have lunch with my friends. Lunch is definitely my favorite part, just because you see all of your friends after some classes, even though you might even have class with them, and you just get to scream and talk. Maybe there's some music playing. It's great. And then after that, I have probably one more class, and then conference period, which I take full advantage of, because sometimes you have to have that one-on-one time with your teacher, and having that time, for me at least, I definitely understand the information more. It's super helpful. And after that, we have one more class, and then we have our activities. So if I'm doing JV lax, or if I'm going to soccer practice, well, right now I'm in senior sports, which is just for seniors. It's super fun because it's so laid back. But after that, I go to dinner with my friends who are probably in the same area, and then I do my homework at study hall, and then I go to sleep. Oh, well, I try to. Maybe I go to the SC to grab some food with my friends. So yeah,
Great.
sounds like a great day, actually.
Right? That sounds.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to do that? Now, this is another situation where you kind of answered this already. Pretend you didn't.
Okay.
What do you look forward to most each day?
What I look forward to most is probably seeing the people around me, because a lot of times you can get a little bit tired with the people around you because you're in boarding school and everyone's just gonna be there and it's going to be the same you think every day. But necessarily it's really not. Just because that everyone for some reason has a smile on their face when they wake up. Everyone's always having a blast internally or with everyone else. And you either see some games playing on the lawn or something and you realize that it's not just a go, go, go pace. It's not just an academic pace where you have to keep doing everything constantly. You can be laid back and you can have, because the people around you are doing the same thing and they know that they need breaks. So seeing the people around me just having fun is probably the best thing I look forward to.
Awesome. Who are some of the people who have made the biggest impact on you at Kent? You don't have to name them necessarily, but if it's a coach or an advisor, a teacher, a roommate, whatever.
Ooh. The person that's probably impacted me the most is my advisor. She has been here since I was a little sophomore coming in my first year, and she has been such a great support to me. I was new, I was going through such a academic and cultural transition, and she helped me throughout the entire way. I made new friends because of her, because of our advisory, and just being able to go every Friday to her and talk about absolutely anything has been such a blessing. So, definitely her.
Awesome.
She hears
You're
this.
good at this. You sure you haven't worn a microphone before?
No, I swear.
Good at
Maybe
this.
I should.
10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Kent, what do you think will stand out? What do you think you'll remember?
The community. I think that the community will stand out the most.
Can
Just,
you start that again and just say,
yeah.
10 years from now when I look back,
I think of the community. Or, okay, I got
you
it.
can do whatever you want, but just preface it with the question.
Yeah.
Sounded like
Yeah.
a robot right there. I
Community.
think of community. 10 years from now, that type.
10 years from now, I would think of the community and how comfortable I felt here. When you're at Kent, you can wave hi to anybody and they'll wave hi back. And I don't know if I'll find a place like that ever again, just because we all are going through the same experiences, even teachers, we're all going through the same things. And it's just so nice to be comfortable with everybody here, even if you know them or not, you have a similar experience, a similar relation to each other. And I know that when I leave here, it's going to be difficult to find a similar atmosphere like that, but I'm always going to remember that feeling of feeling at home, of feeling like everyone around me has my back.
I think that's why some of the teachers stay around for such a long time.
Really?
That exact thing you're talking about. Like, why would I want to?
Why would I want to
I get it.
leave when everyone's here?
I get it.
Exactly.
What is something people may not know about Kent that they should? So, like, if they've gone to the website or talked to somebody in admissions and they get the gist, but you live here, you're in it every day.
Something that they may not know about Kent, but they should, is that the support here. I know that it's definitely broadcasted around all those websites and stuff, but when you're a student here, and when you're probably a teacher here as well, you have so much support and resources that can help you through absolutely anything. If you want to have something to eat and you don't know if you can eat that certain thing or if you have a dietary restriction, the lunch staff and the dining staff are the most friendliest, the friendliest people, and they will help you throughout anything and give you anything and help you with anything. Also with the ARC, kindest people ever. If you need help with an essay or something, they will be right there. Not only that it's there and it's accessible, but they're so quick with it and efficient that it's absolutely insane. Again, something that I would probably never find, but it has been such a blessing having those resources here, and the support as a student, especially going through an academic transition from my old school, having that support has been great.
Mia, don't move. Just stay right there.
Our motto just is a perfect representation of being a student at Kent. Life can be so complicated outside of this little bubble that we have, but in here, even though that we might have a lot of struggles academically, socially, we can all understand that there is a simpleness to it and a calmness to it that we can all relate to. And can we do that again?
We certainly
Because
can.
I don't know.
Okay,
Dealer's
3,
choice.
2, 1, we're up.
You're the one talking.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Our motto,
You can just say You don't have to recite the motto. You can say
No.
our motto.
Yeah.
Okay, our motto. Wait, direct us of purpose.
Simplicity of life.
Direct us
Direct
of
us of purpose.
purpose.
Self-reliance.
Okay, what does our motto mean to me?
Yeah.
Okay. What our motto means to me, especially directness of purpose, is that when you come here, you can feel very lost on who you're going to be or what classes you're going to take or what activities you're going to be doing. But it's very apparent that you're supposed to be here for a reason, and that leads you and directs you to where you're going to be in the future. Having that that purpose, having that understanding of knowing that you're supposed to be here for a reason, and everyone also telling you that you're supposed to be here, is probably one of the best things that you can have as a student in general, because it helps you understand that you're not here for nothing, and that you're here because there's something here that's supposed to give you a little nudge, have you do something in this world. And having that purpose, even though when you're really down, and still know that, is really important, because you're never losing hope, even if you think so. Never. Yes.
I like it. All right, last question. Can you describe your Kent experience in your choice here, one word or one sentence?
Whew.
And start it with Kent is, and then whatever you'd like.
Oh, God. Okay.
Did we get that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it.
Kent, can I just say the word and that's it?
Yes.
Kent is the word, and then we're done, yeah.
Kent is, oh, hold on. I'm going to say like a word, but like it's not necessarily, okay, I have a really good word. Kent is spirit. That's it.
I like that. Can you look right in the camera and say that?
Yes. Kent is spirit.
Awesome.
We did
Awesome.
it. That's a wrap.
There you go.
Thank you.
You
Could I
are
keep the mic
So good.
or no?
Yeah.
Boring. All right, you ready?
I'm good.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, start by looking at me and say, hi, I'm Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris Bugliosi.
And now can you say, hi, I'm Chris, class of 23?
Hi, I'm Chris, class of 2023.
Beautiful. So tell us about yourself. What do you do at Kent?
So I am a sixth form senior. I am a dorm prefect and an SC member for North Dorm. I'm also a varsity hockey captain, and I've played varsity baseball for a few years, and I was also a tour guide.
Beautiful. Once that noisy truck goes by, tell us, why did you choose Kent?
I chose Kent because on my tour, everyone was so friendly, everyone was saying hi to each other. It really felt like a community I wanted to be a part of, and I knew from day one that I would fit in here and I would be accepted.
Great. Keep looking at me when you're answering. I know you're drifting out because you're thinking about an answer, which is good.
All right,
Just
just
stay
keep it
there.
forward.
Yeah. Wait for that truck. I'll tell you
A
what
lot
the next
of
question
truck.
is. The next question is, now that you're here, has your reason for being here changed?
All right,
But we'll wait for the truck.
yeah. Now I can think of the answer.
Think of an answer. And it's okay if it has changed, and it's okay if it hasn't
Yeah.
changed. I'm always curious. Fresh milk coming in.
Taking his
It's a
time.
parade. Dun-dun-dun-dun,
All right,
dun-dun-dun.
Chris, now that you're here, has your reason for being here changed?
My reason for being here has strengthened so much. Getting to know the people, getting to know the teachers, the people in the community. I'm really glad to be a part of this community, and I know I made the right choice coming here.
Awesome. You're good at this. What does a typical day look like?
My typical day, I'll wake up around 8 a.m. I'll go to the dining, I'll have a drink before my first class. I'll go through my classes, which by the way are very, very fun. I love my classes here. Then after school, I'll do some physical therapy. I'll go to dinner with my girlfriend. I'll hang out with her for a bit, then I'll go check in, do some homework, and then go to bed.
Just like that.
Simple day.
Wham bam. What do you look forward to most each day?
The thing I look forward to most is definitely interacting with the people, both the students and the faculty. So I would probably say my classes or like lunch period, probably my favorite time, just because the teachers here are so amazing. They have so much to teach us. It's so fun. The classroom setting, the classroom experience, all the students in my class. It's a very good time.
Great. Who are some of the people who've made the biggest impact on your time at Kent? You don't necessarily need to name them by name, but
Yeah.
roommate, coach, advisor, whatever.
The two students who've had the most impact would be my roommate and my girlfriend. I spend practically all my time between the two of them, and I'm definitely really lucky to have met both of them. And then for my teachers, I would say this year my computer science teacher, because that was something I had no interest in before. I just said, you know what, I'll take the class. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people should do, just try out something new, and now it's my favorite class.
Awesome. 10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Kent, what do you think will stand out?
Definitely,
So can you say,
oh yeah, 10 years
if I
from
look
yeah.
back, in 10 years, I'll look back on
Yeah.
something like that.
In 10 years from now, I'll definitely look back at all the fun I had interacting with the people in this community, whether that be late nights with my friends in the dorm or going out for a nice walk in the valley, or whether it's a class that I really enjoyed. Definitely the experiences with the people here.
Great. What is something people may not know about Kent that they should know?
Something that people may not know about Kent that they definitely should know is just how strong the community is and just how much every single person here wants you to benefit. The community here is really, really strong, and everyone here is here so you can benefit.
Great. What does our motto, simplicity of life, directness of purpose, and self-reliance mean to you?
I like to break them up individually with our motto. I would say simplicity of life is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle in which every day you're working and living in the present and striving towards a goal every day, which relates to directness of purpose. I believe that means set a goal every day, whether it be becoming a better version of yourself, becoming a better athlete, becoming better at math, and just achieve that goal day in and day out, and you'll become a better person. And I would say self-reliance has two meanings. I would say there's self-reliance of the individual and self-reliance of the community. I feel like the self-reliance of the community is a big part of what Kent is our community is very strong and very central to our community.
That was both a good answer, and I think you're the only person so far who knows all three parts of the motto. Good job. All right, the last question is, can you describe your Kent experience in either one word or one sentence? You can choose. Kent is whatever you like.
I would say Kent is amazing.
That's great. Can you look right in the camera and say that?
All right.
Well, maybe wait for the train. Did the train go while he was doing his initial answer?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, go now.
Kent is amazing.
One more time.
Kent is amazing.
There you go.
All right.
That's it.
And then we'll do the.
Yes.
You want to
Yes.
separate file?
Yes. We're good. All right.
So, say this or something like this, and we want it to sound as natural as possible. Like you're
All right.
just saying this off the top of your head, right?
Maybe like a hands too, or
Yeah, sure.
And try to look into this camera while
Right.
you're doing it, but try not to move your eyes. So peripherally look at the words.
All right. Thank you for making another great school year possible.
Good.
Want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right.
Doing it. That was great.
Thank you for making another great school year possible.
Beautiful.
You're good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Watch your feet. Don't move your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Try to stay there. You're good. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
One segment for him.
One segment.
One
Okay.
piece of paper per
You-
person.
And we
All
move
right.
on. All right.
Yeah.
Love it. See that?
Let me just
where-
make sure.
But try not to move your eyes when you're.
Okay.
Give it a go. I mean, attempt.
We'll do it a bunch of
Let me
times.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
With your support, we work and live with dedicated teachers, faculty, and peers.
That's close. That's great.
I like
You
messed
can do
up the
it.
words.
You
Okay.
can do it.
Dedicated faculty and gifted peers
Just tell me
to
what's in the
grow.
frame. Is this okay?
Yeah, it's in the frame. Back out a little bit, just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So with your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically. Okay. With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and peers to grow intellectually, spiritually, and ethically at our school.
Once again, don't drop off at the end. Stay upbeat at our school.
Okay.
Because you kind of tailed off there.
Okay.
All right.
And take your time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Upbeat,
With
but you
your
can do it
support,
slow as you
work and
want,
live.
Yeah.
as long as you're being
Yeah.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Okay. With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, spiritually, and ethically.
Getting there.
Beautiful.
Let's do a few more.
Okay.
With your support, we work and live with
Ded-
dedicated faculty and
Gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically,
and spiritually.
Okay.
Something like that.
With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty. Okay. With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically, and spiritually.
Oh, I love that
That one was the
delivery.
one.
I want to try one thing, Martin. Stay there. I'm just going to try holding it this right here, and you go for it, Kelsey. Go ahead.
Okay. With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and I
You're
forgot
so
the
close.
word.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically, and spiritually.
Love it. One more time.
With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and
Nice and
I always
slow
do that.
and direct.
Yeah, take your time.
okay.
Yeah.
With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow ethically.
English is the first one. The rhythm's good.
Go ahead. Just look at it. Look right at it and read the words. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead for your own memory. Read the words.
With
Go
your
ahead.
support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically, and spiritually.
Now try it.
Okay. With your support, we work and live with dedicated faculty and gifted peers to grow intellectually, socially, ethically, and spiritually.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great.
All right. I love it. All right. I think we're good. We're good. Now we're back on track.
All right.
All right.
If we don't get tears, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
I don't know. That was just on the way here. I was like reminiscing. I'm like, what would my answers be?
All right. So you're gonna look at me,
Okay.
and we're talking, and it's chill. And if you don't like what you're saying, start over again. No problem. We're gonna edit
Okay.
this obviously, and restate the question in your answer. So if I say what day is it, and you say Tuesday, we can't really use that footage. It's just footage of someone saying Tuesday. When you say today's Tuesday, well then the viewer will know what you're talking about. If that makes sense. So if I
Okay,
say, what's your favorite
yeah.
part about Kent? My favorite part about Kent is.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
This first question is, can you look at me and say, "Hi, I'm Kelsey"?
Hi, I'm Kelsey.
Can you do it with less of a bit?
Hi, I'm Kelsey.
Great. And now can you say, "Hi, I'm Kelsey, class of 23"?
Hi, I'm Kelsey, class of 23.
And tell us about yourself. What do you do at Kent?
So I'm a current sixth former, soon to be alumni, and I've done sports here. So I've been on volleyball team. I was on the crew team for a season. Lacrosse, one of my favorite sports, and squash. JV captain of those for most years. I was on senior council as Blue Key head. I was tour guide, so peer tutor. I've done quite a few things, a nice variety of student leadership here on campus. And this is my fourth year. Been here pre-pandemic, all 4 years. It's been a good 4 years. So sad to say it's coming to an end in a couple days, but
11 days. Why did you choose Kent?
why did I choose Kent? That's honestly a question I've gotten a lot, especially as a tour guide. And I never know how to give a clear answer on that, just because I chose, a lot of people have reasoning, and I don't have a solid reason why I chose Kent. For me, it was more based on instinct. I mean, Kent was one of many, many schools that I came to see, and just first instinct, just the feeling is when I stepped on campus, I knew that this is the place I wanted to be, and that I could see myself here. I could envision myself going into all the school buildings before I even knew their names, or sleeping in the dorm room that I toured. So for me, it was all instinct that I knew I wanted to be here.
Great. Love it. Now that you're here, has your reason for being here changed?
I think my reason for coming here never changed, but my reason for staying here was mostly on the connections I made and the opportunities presented to me. So I've been fortunate enough to be elected into many roles or be able to partake in a lot of activities around campus. So I think it was more of just the people that are here and kind of that community atmosphere. That's what kept me here for so long.
So long. I've been here 20 years. What does a typical day look like?
Typical day. I get up around 7:30. I'm sleeping a little later now that I've kind of gotten used to my schedule.
And then I'll go to breakfast around 8, have my classes. I usually don't have all classes every day, so I'll have maybe 3, 4. And so I'll go to a morning class, come back to dining hall. I practically live in the dining hall with all my friends. So we'll come back in between if we don't have chapel or if we have an all-school meeting like we did today. And then lunch, again, I'll sit at the same table with all my friends and then kind of always have a break in between. I'll maybe go to the library, get some work done so I don't have too much after school. And then after school activities, so when I was in my sports time, I used to, back in the old days, I like to say that now because I haven't done a sport in 2 terms, but I would go to sports, get a good workout in, go to the gym, dinner, kind of repeat. When it's nice outside, we like to play spike ball on Chapel Lawn. It's a big, watch the sunset. It's a big time. I mean, every day, it feels like every day is kind of the same, but it varies. It really does, depending on the day. We'll go to the SC at night, hang out with friends. I think those are kind of my best times of the day. I'd say peak hours, 8 to 10, when we're supposed to be studying. But it'll be more like I'll study with my friends in the library. We'll go to the SC, get some food, play some card games, play music. I think that's the highlight of my day at the end.
Great. I thought when you were talking about back when you played sports, I thought you were going to say my sports era. I was ready.
I almost did. I tried to stop myself.
Appreciate that. All right, you kind of answered this already. Pretend you haven't.
All right.
So don't say, like I said before, pretend you're saying it for the first time. What do you look forward to each day?
Each day, I actually do have a different answer for this one.
Great.
Each day I look forward to meals. And the reason why is, so I've started this year, I've been sitting at what we call the head table in the dining hall, the one that looks out over everyone. And I sit in the same spot every day, every meal, yet I interact with different people. So there's always a moving flow of people at that table, which I love. So I can sit with sophomores, juniors, seniors like myself, and it's constantly rotating, and the amount of conversation that's held at that table, there can be 50 conversations going on, but yet everyone knows what's going on. And I think that's what I look forward to most throughout the day, is that I know that I'm gonna be seeing someone different or finding out something new, talking about topics, classes, anything at that table. And I'm super big observer, so I love kind of watching over the dining hall and seeing who's coming in at the doors because they're right there. I get to see Bennett, baby Bennett, every day, so I think that's what I look forward to most, meals.
Baby Bennett.
Plug for Baby Bennett.
Plug for Bennett. Shout out.
Shout out to baby Bennett
Something
boss.
about Baby Bennett.
We cut to
over
a
there.
slow press to a picture.
Who are some of the people that have made the biggest impact on you at Kent? And you can name them. You don't have to. You could just say like a coach or advisor, teacher, whatever.
So I would definitely have to say a lot. I've been here long enough to have a lot of impactful people come into my life. But I think number one, I'd put my advisor. I've known her all 4 years, but she didn't become my official advisor to about 2 years ago. But she was my first roommate's advisor and then my second roommate's advisor, and it kind of just, she's known me all 4 years. She's seen my growth. And I mean, she's advised me academically, personally, any aspect of my life here at Kent. She's been there every step of the way. She's reached out to me multiple times. Even when I wasn't her advisee, she helped me with get into classes and kind of write applications, recommendations. She's just been there, and I feel that she knows me the best here out of any adult on campus, even though a lot of them are great and know me, but she really does know. She knows me better than I know myself, I would say. She knows my every move before I even do. And I think that's just also helped me so much at being at Kent, because I feel like you always need that person that kind of sees an overarching picture of you and your life and what's going on so that they can be there to help you when you don't even see the overarching picture.
That's quite an insight. Who was your advisor?
Miss G.
Of course.
She knows everything.
She's
She's the
all-knowing.
knower of all things.
She's all-knowing. Someone's going to watch that on the website and go, God, that sounds creepy. All right. 10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Kent, what do you think will stand out?
I think in 10 years when I look back at Kent, what's going to stand out the most is the feeling of being here. Because even when I look back now as a 4-year senior, I have little memories of tiny moments that may not have meant anything then, but they do mean something now. And I know I'm not going to remember every single night that I was watching a movie with my friend, or every night that I was in the SC dancing, having a dance party with girls and all that. But I know I'm going to remember the feeling of each year of what it felt like to be on this campus, to be surrounded by all the familiar faces, and just the joy that comes with being a Kent student. Just all the little things that go into making your day what it is. It's best 4 years.
We're recording, right? 'Cause that was
The best 4 years. I love that. Wow.
the
that's
joy of being a Kent
the
student.
best
which is
4 years. That's the beginning of a documentary. The best 4 years.
I wrote that in my dots,
I
actually.
could see that.
Best 4 years of my life.
All right. What is something people may not know about Kent that they should?
Something people may not know about Kent that they should.
Some insider info.
I think something that people should know about Kent is that you become a lot closer with the people that you don't ever expect to. Because I've learned people that I may not speak to on a daily basis, or that have graduated that no longer go here, that are not part of my immediate day-to-day life. Those are people that you'll always keep with you. The connections you make. I mean, I'm going to college now, and I'm reaching out to kids that I never sat with in the dining hall, but they're willing to help me once I'm no longer on Kent. So I feel that the Kent connections that you make here on our tiny little lovely Valley land, they run much deeper than just this soil. They kind of go out into the bigger world. And I mean, it's so helpful once you're out of here, out of our little bubble. You have these connections across the ocean, across the world, that are just going to so help you once you're out of this little vicinity that we have here, this community. So I think it lasts for decades and ages and forever, just all those connections.
What are you going to study in college?
Neuroscience.
Okay, let's say. You sound like a PR person. But I mean as a compliment. All right. That was the insider. What does our motto, simplicity of life, directness of purpose, and self-reliance mean to you?
So for me, simplicity of life, I'd have to say, kind of boils down into what my life has become here. I mean, we've made so many adjustments, and being on my own at such a young age, I mean, that's kind of self-reliance, but simplicity of life, I've learned to enjoy the smaller things that we have. I mean, we are so privileged being here at a school like Kent, but I enjoy just saying hi to someone or knowing that someone's there for you, even if it may not be direct or in a conversation. Just appreciate the smaller things, especially counting down to my last days. I've just appreciated the flowers that are growing outside, or kind of just going for a walk, or even the fact that I have my roommate there if I ever need her. Directness of purpose, I would say, is just being guided and allowed to explore what you want to. I mean, I felt my purpose here was truly helping others and kind of doing it for the benefit of other people. So, I mean, most of that came to me through Blue Key. I felt joy in making sure that everybody else had a good weekend, or were looking forward to events that were occurring. I knew whenever someone came up to me and was like, this weekend was so much fun, that made me so happy, because I knew that what I wanted to do was being achieved. I was making sure everybody was having fun, they were happy, they were glad to be on this campus and enjoy making memories with their friends while being here. And then self-reliance. I mean, it's a given. Coming to a boarding school, you're on your own, especially at a younger age than most people. And I feel so well prepared going into college now. I actually just signed off on my lease for an apartment that I'm gonna be living in less than 2 months. And I'm not scared at all. I'm so excited and glad that I had all these 4 years to prepare me to be out in the world and to talk to people. I'm not afraid to do public speaking or talk to people that I don't know or go out, make a phone call, order food at a restaurant. I'm not scared to do any of that because I've been so well educated and prepared in advocating for myself. So I think that's how our school's motto plays into my life. And that's something I take with me for the rest of my years here.
Fantastic. Final question. Can you describe your Kent experience in one word or one sentence?
Describe my Kent
You choose if
experience.
you want to do a word or a sentence. But Kent is...
Wow. That one's hard.
Mhm.
There's so many. Oh, that's so hard for me to do. I don't want to be boring either.
It can be quick.
Like-
I mean,
Don't worry about being boring.
your
It's
answers seem to
heartfelt.
suggest that you've grown a lot here. And you could say
I
Kent is a
think.
place of growth. I mean, it could be that simple, but it has to be from you, what you feel it is.
Kent is like
I mean, Kent is where I've grown the most. Kent is like home for me. I know that's so cheesy and cliche, but it really is where I feel I've grown here more than I've grown at home. I mean, I've been living here longer than I've been at home for the last 4 years. So it really is like a second home. Sometimes I even consider it my first.
Let's take a minute.
Yeah.
Give us that answer again, but don't use the term cheesy and cliche.
Okay.
Just be proud of the fact that it's home.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would have to describe Kent as home because I've grown here the most, even more than my own home back in Florida. So I would consider this my second home, sometimes my first, and my family. It's very close to the heart. Peace will always be dedicated to Kent.
awesome. Can you look at me and just say, Kent is home?
Okay. Kent is home to me.
Now can you look right in the camera and say, Kent is home?
Kent is home.
All right, you good?
I think so. Say one more time, Kent is home, but stay with the thought. Stay with the happy expression
Okay.
rather than veering off to somewhere else. Stay right in the camera. Go ahead.
Kent is home.
Once again.
Kent is home.
Very nice. That was good. Very good. And also the term Lovely Valley. Did you learn that here? Did you learn that from someone? Do you
Lovely
remember?
Valley Land.
Yes. Is that something that's passed down? Because I hear that expression a lot.
That's the nickname for our humble abode here. That definitely has been passed down.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've heard that from
I
tour
think
guide. Are you a tour guide?
yes.
Because I've heard that from several tour guides.
I think it might be in our school song.
believe
If I'm
it
not wrong, it is in our school song, and I think that's kind of been like a generational nickname that's been passed down. I've been hearing it since
That's
I
an
was
earlier thing.
freshman.
And real quickly, if you could, I don't want you to do the whole answer again, but if you could just talk about in the motto, what was it? The simplicity of living.
Mm-hmm.
Simplicity of living.
Simplicity of life, yeah.
If you could do that one more time, and it could be a Reader's Digest condensed version, if you like.
All right.
Yeah.
But keep talking.
So, simplicity of life impacts me. Actually, scratch that. I would say simplicity of life for me would be just enjoying the simple things that we have here at Kent. I mean, there's so many grand and great things that we get and are privileged to have, but just enjoying a walk to town, seeing the crew practice on the river, being able to be in this beautiful place. I think those are what mean the most to me.
That's it. You caught it. Very nice.
All right.
You got it. Go ahead.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
That's good. All right, now we're gonna do it for real. So all that was just phony baloney, and now you're on.
You
3, 2,
can
1.
go even slower in my opinion.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories that we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
That was beautiful. One more time,
Okay.
where it says every gift helps strengthen the Kent community. See the period?
Yeah.
Take a little half a beat,
Okay. Got it.
Comma for the record,
Calm.
but
Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
and you're into it. Go ahead.
Every gift. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create the.
It's okay.
Get that there. Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
Once again, just try to enunciate your words
yes, yes.
slowly
Yeah.
with enunciation.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
Oh, so close.
So
I know.
So close. One more time.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
Love it. I'm going to do one more just because I want to
can,
see.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community. Let me try that one more time.
Yep.
Every gift helps strengthen the Kent community, where we create memories we'll look back on for the rest of our lives.
I think we got it. I think you got it. Yeah.
Yay.
That was awesome. All right, cool. Now keep your feet where they are.
They're stuck there. They're glued.
Now it's the interview section.
Okay. How long should these responses be? To each of these questions?
It's
A couple
Tight.
hours each.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah, concise.
Okay.
Concise is fine.
Okay.
Heartfelt,
Concise.
sound like yourself.
Yeah.
No right and wrong answer. If you don't like what you're saying, start over again. If you're going too long, I'll tell you, can you say that shorter?
Got it.
And like not so short that if I say,
Not like this.
why
Yeah.
did you choose Kent? You say, felt good. That's too short.
I got it. Yeah.
Awesome place.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh,
Oh, lovely.
he's just in time.
Yeah. Great cameo. I wish I had this equipment when I filmed videos.
Do you film videos?
Like I film like pitch videos,
Yeah.
like on my laptop, reading a script, slideshow,
Yeah.
and I submit those. But these wouldn't help. These wouldn't have been much better.
I've asked this guy to mow elsewhere like 300 times since I started working here. Probably not like me.
Oh, we're good. We're fine.
Nope, he's on the move.
He's on the move. All right.
Oh, he knows you're there.
There he goes. We're gonna do a video on him.
Oh, really?
Odds are he's gonna go down the main entrance.
We're
and
gonna
start
just
looking
mic.
for it.
We're gonna mic him. You know, with the mic. It's gonna be attached to his vehicle,
Ah,
so he
yeah.
won't know it's there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna show you now. He's gonna go right in the area. He's probably one.
He is nice. Yeah. Now I'm concerned he's gonna come down here. So. Bang, man.
It's already mode.
Across the street.
You should film an interview with him, but this should just be the audio, just the mowing.
Yes. Right.
That's it. Nothing else.
But his mouth moving.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love Ken because that would be funny. Howard, he's at the breakfast table with his wife and dogs. All you hear is mouth.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Back down.
Could I look at the questions to think about them? Thank you. Hi, I'm Aryan Saha, class of 2023. Tell us about yourself.
He's on the move.
What do you want to know about me?
You're more than two things.
I have a lot of things, but
Okay, so let's start by saying hi and your name.
can I say
And
hello?
you're looking at me. You can say hello.
Can I say hello? Okay, great. Okay. Hello, I'm Aryan Saha.
And can you say hello? I'm Aryan, class of 23.
Hello, I'm Aryan, class of 2023.
Beautiful. Tell us about yourself. What do you do at Kent?
So at Kent, I'm a dorm prefect at MDS, as well as part of the senior council. In addition to that, I'm the captain of the Kent School Holy Solars, which is our solar car competition club, where we create fully sized solar cars and race them at Texas Motor Speedway. And in addition to that, I play JV tennis.
But you're not the captain.
I'm not the captain.
Okay. Why did you choose Kent?
My mom told me to. I need a second. What's a good answer?
For the mowing.
For the mowing.
Your mom told you to. Why'd you?
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, okay.
I chose Kent because I cared about learning, and I found Kent to be a great place to do that.
Great. And now that you're here, has your reason for being here changed? Do you see Kent as more than a great place to do learning?
Yes,
Okay, so talk about that. Can you say, now that I'm here,
but no.
but no.
Wait, say the question one more time?
Now that you're here, has your reason for selecting Kent changed?
Yeah. Ever since I've been at Kent, I've learned more than just in the classroom. From my friends, peers, and teachers, I felt the whole experience to be worthwhile, and I've grown a lot from it.
That was fantastic. What does a typical day look like?
So a typical day starts around 8 o'clock, right before classes. I skip breakfast. Then I'll slog through, not slog through, that's a bad word. That's a bad word.
Yeah, we're not going to use that.
My feet are stationed.
Yeah,
Huh?
what does a typical day look like?
What does a typical day look like? Well, my days start around 8 a.m. right before class, and usually I'll take a physics class with Dr. Green or head over to English with Mrs. Campbell, and that'll go on until around 3 p.m. After that, I'll head over to JV tennis practice over on the other side of campus with Mr. Close and Mr. Seth, and we'll play a round of doubles. And then after that, I'll go to dinner with a few friends, go to study hall, and that'll be my day.
Beautiful. What do you look forward to most each day?
The lawnmowers.
Where's it going now?
Oh, he's coming down.
Oh, yeah. If he does this part, I mean, that guy's going to know.
Oh, he sees us.
I thought that was a different guy.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe he'll make the left.
Where's he going?
I think he's going to the left. Under the bridge. There he goes.
Woohoo!
All right. We're good.
He knows, he knows.
We put that energy out in the world,
Yeah.
and he responded to it. It's going to
Yeah.
get louder, of course, for a second. Now there's a plane in the sky.
What the heck?
There we go.
All right.
All right, fantastic. What do you look forward to each day?
I look forward to seeing my friends and teachers. Of course, within the dorm, I have a roommate who that's not a great answer.
It doesn't have to be a great answer. It has to be a sincere answer.
Sincere. It's not a sincere answer.
Okay.
Not enough. What do I look forward to? What would you say
If I were you, or literally as me,
as you?
I look. What do I look forward to each day? I look forward to two things. I look forward to one-on-one interactions with the people I work with on
Okay.
my team, and I look forward to the walks to and from the dining hall for meals and going to the dining hall
Yeah.
because of food, of course, but
Yeah.
mainly because I know I'll see people that I have inside jokes with, or interact with students or have some happy days.
Yeah.
That's what I look forward to. What do you look forward to each day? And of course, working with Joe.
That's true. True.
Almost missed that one.
What do I look forward to today? I look forward to seeing my friends. I love the community around me, and I love to spend more time with them. In addition to that, usually in the wintertime, I really look forward to going to the pre-E center. Making a solar car is not that easy and takes a lot of time, and it's really fun. So,
Great. Who are some of the people who've made the biggest impact on your time at Kent? You don't have to name them necessarily. You can just say coach, advisor.
yeah. I think my advisor, Mr. Klingerville, and my teacher, Mr. Austin, have made the biggest impact on me. Oh yeah. My teacher, Mr. Austin, and advisor, Mr. Klingerville, have made a big impact on me. With Mr. Austin, he really developed my love for learning, especially through projects and independent study. And with Mr. Klingerville, he's been an advisor for 4 years. He's been with me for every step along the way of my Kent School career. So those are two people who've been a huge help for me.
Fantastic. 10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Kent, what do you think will stand out?
Bus rides with Mr. Ober.
So if you say 10 years from
Okay,
now, I'll look
okay.
back on you.
10 years from now, I'll look back on bus rides with Mr. Ober to third soccer games, times with Mr. B in the pre-center where we try and fidget a new CNC router that we've just bought. Small moments like these where it's just me, my friends, faculty, enjoying a good time during activity. Those are moments I'll look back at.
Beautiful. What is something people may not know about Kent that they should? Some insider info. Good insider info.
What do the people not know?
Well, they don't know there's this lovely town.
Do they really not know that?
Sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they don't.
I should know that. No,
Like
it's
if
gotta
you
be
went
more
to the
unique.
website and you spent 3 minutes on the website and you talked to someone in admissions.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
And you didn't know there was
So,
a.
well, like, what's the next
Oh,
layer?
I have a good one.
All right, go.
A good one. Actually, no, that's not a good one.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about like how we have a really strong alumni connection, and how do I say that in a concise sentence?
You can say something people may not know about the Kent School is that the community is not
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah.
students and teachers. it's
Great.
Also,
Yeah. What's the question again?
What is something people may not know about Kent that they
Should I rephrase the question?
Yes.
Something people may not know about Kent is that there are a lot of lawnmowers here.
Tis
A
the
lot of
season.
lawnmowers.
Don't worry, pal. The other fellow took care of it. Driveway. Or is he?
No, he's going to town to get a bagel.
It's going.
Oh,
Oh.
There you go. There he goes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Something people may not know about Kent that they should.
Something people may not know about Kent, but they should, is that while you're here at Kent, your community is not just the people on campus. Through my time here at Kent, I've connected with various alumni near and far about different topics, whether it was a class or different projects itself. So while you're here at Kent as a student or even as an alum, the community is much larger than you think.
Beautiful. What does our motto, simplicity of life, directness of purpose, and self-reliance mean to you? And I can give you an out if you'd like. If you'd like to talk about one of those 3 things, you can.
Can I say it means nothing to me, but that my teachers blah 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 blah, and then therefore it means something to me?
Can you say that? Yes. Will we use it? No.
Okay. Through my time here at Kent, I felt these mottos through my classes, activities, and other parts of my Kent School career. I can feel it through the energy and teachings of my teachers, and through how my friends act in the. That's a lie.
I mean, it does not mean anything to you? It's okay if it doesn't.
So it's truthful about the teachers.
It's truth about the teachers.
All right, then just use the teachers.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
should probably just do that.
Yeah. With the motto.
Yeah, the mottos. I can feel it through the classes,
Yeah, think
through
of
my
that.
teachers
Go
at
ahead.
time. Yeah. What's the question? I can rephrase.
What does Kent's motto, simplicity of life, directness of purpose, and self-reliance mean to you?
Through my classes and other activities, I can feel the motto. What did I say before? That was better.
I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Something about it influenced their teaching.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. At my time here at Kent, I felt these mottos influenced the teaching and how my faculty and other adults in the campus interact with me. They lead with these values in their actions and decisions, and I appreciate or I enjoy their. What do I enjoy? I think that's it.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Yeah.
Can all be winners. Can you describe your Kent experience? And this is your choice. 1 word or 1 sentence. Kent is.
One word.
Whatever you'd like to say. Kent is.
Kent is a catalyst for growth.
Wow.
Can you look right in the camera and say that?
Kent is a catalyst for growth.
Nailed
Very
it.
yummy.
Okay, there we
Before
go.
you move,
Very yummy.
can you, you were talking about what you look forward to each day, and you sort of stumbled with that.
Yeah, I
I
did.
was trying to imagine the feeling you must have when a solar vehicle that you've been working on
Oh, yeah.
actually comes to fruition,
Yes.
and you see it running for the first time, and it's
Yes.
all put together. Can you talk about that feeling?
Put it.
Still talk
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Yeah.
Can I talk about a specific experience?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this past summer, we traveled down to Texas Motor Speedway, And when you see a solar car that you spent months working on, outsourcing parts, trying to go through multiple bugs with engineering of the electrical wires, or trying to create an aluminum chassis. Let me read it again.
Yeah.
This past summer when I attended the Texas Motor Speedway, this past summer when I went to Texas Motor Speedway for the solar car competition, we finally saw our car drive around and win the competition at the end of it. And in those first few moments when you see it roll out onto the track, inching forward, you finally realize that all those problems that we faced before of trying to figure out the wires, figuring out the chassis, figuring out how to put all these pieces together, that at the end it actually works and it actually drives and it actually won a competition.
And talk about that feeling. How did
And that feeling, it was an overwhelming feel of pride, an overwhelming sensation of pride and joy, and mainly feeling proud for my teammates for what they've done.
Good.
All right.
Yeah. And you are headed in the right direction.
Cool.
This, of course, is our overhead. Okay, now we are ready and we're running.
The audio's good.
And I think your audio is good. Just tell me your full name.
Christina Jung.
Okay, Christina, you are on.
At Kent, we learn to apply our knowledge, our skills, and our passions to contribute to the common good. Your generosity makes that possible.
Now attempt to use peripheral vision so you're not looking at the paper, you're looking at the lens. See if you can do that.
Okay. At Kent, we learn to apply our knowledge, our skills, and our passion to the common good. Your generosity makes that possible.
You're so
Pretty
close.
close.
You're getting there.
To
Go ahead.
contribute to the common good, but pretty
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
At Kent, we learn to apply our knowledge, our skills, and our passions to contribute to the common good. Your generosity makes that possible.
Ooh, that's a winner. Well done.
Yay.
Okay, good.
You're good?
Yep.
All right.
We
Now we're
are
done with
good.
that part. Now it's interview time.
Now it's
Yay.
the easy part. That was the hard part.
Who do you think you are? No. All right, so for the interview, you're just going to look at me, and we're just talking. It's chill. If you don't like what you're saying, start over again. We're going to edit and restate the question and your answer. So if I say, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? If you said cereal, the viewer wouldn't know what you're talking about. But if you say, this morning for breakfast I had cereal, then we know what you're talking about. If
Cool.
that makes sense. So start by just saying, hi, I'm Christina.
Hi,
Look at me, though.
Hi, I'm Christina.
And now say, hi, I'm Christina, class of 23.
Hi, I'm Christina, class of 23.
Great. So tell us about yourself. What do you do at Kent?
Hi. I'm
And just say looking at me.
a member of the senior council. I serve as a dorm prefect. We're sort of the residential advisors for our dorm. I live in Hull specifically. I am a coxswain on the men's rowing team as well as a captain with my co-captain Jock. It's a lot of fun. We get to go out on the river every day and learn a lot about ourselves during the process. I also dance as part of the Kent School Dance Ensemble. We put on shows every term and we learn all styles of dance, jazz, ballet, tap. We did musical theater and I really enjoyed that. Besides that, I sing in the choir with Miss Kovacs as our choir director. We have chamber choir, concert choir, as well as Kentones, which is our a cappella group.
So you're not busy at all.
No.
You got nothing going on. All right. So why did you choose to come to Kent?
I chose Kent, actually, the honest answer is my sister went to boarding school and I wanted to follow her footsteps. I applied to her school, but I didn't see myself there. But when I came to Kent, I realized, oh my gosh, this is my place. This is the environment I want to grow up in. I came in as a third former, and I couldn't imagine a better place.
So now that you're here, 4 years later, has your reason for being here changed at all?
I think I was right that this was the best school for me. But I realized that I'm able to contribute to various aspects of the school, like the SC, the crew team, as well as just the people at Kent. It might sound cliche, but truly they've been the best people that I've met my whole life, and I'm really, really grateful for the experience.
Great. What does a typical day look like?
My roommate is also a dorm prefect, so we actually wake up pretty late, around 7:45, and then occasionally we get breakfast. I would get pancakes. We have a pancake station that's really nice with chocolate chips, and then yogurt. I get the strawberry one with coconut flakes, and then apple juice, and not orange juice because that apparently doesn't mix well with dairy. And then I go to class, and kind of the day just carries by itself. I forgot the question.
Sorry,
That's okay. We're going to take a little
this
time
guy
out.
bailed you out.
Watch your feet.
Oh,
Try to keep them
was it
still.
typical day or morning?
You're doing
Typical
good.
day. Typical day.
Are you going to keep your hands back there?
I don't know.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure the wire doesn't get thrown
Oh.
to the. See, what you may have hooked your hand on that wire, and I want to make sure it doesn't get in
Oh.
the shot. In the wide shot, it'll get there. So I'm going to try to get it all under there. Okay, good.
Cool. Yay.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
What does a typical day look like?
Typical day. I need to not get hung up on breakfast.
That was good intel.
That was. You're good. Anytime.
All right.
My typical day starts at 7:45. I wake up, sometimes go to breakfast. I get pancakes and yogurt with coconut flakes. That's very delicious. Then class starts at 8:30. I normally have a humanities class for some reason, but I do love my history classes. It's one of the best classes I've taken. And then lunch, I try to meet up with some of my friends. We would sit outside if the weather's nice, and then have some more classes. During conference periods, I'm able to meet with my teachers about any assignments that I'm confused about or tests and quizzes. After conference, we have one more class, and then we have sports and activities. I walk down to the boathouse about 10 minutes after, and then we go row for 2 hours and come back around 5:30. Go to dinner with my friends, and study hall starts at 7:45. Sometimes I have dorm duty, so I'll be there the entire night. But otherwise, I would walk around campus, sometimes go to the library to study.
Awesome. What do you look forward to most each day?
I look forward most each day to seeing my friends. Can we do that again? Sorry.
We probably won't use that part. You look forward to seeing your friends. Why is that? What is it about your friends that you look forward to?
They're just funny people and fun people, and they make my life so much better. I don't consider myself a lonely person, but I do enjoy my alone time. However, friends just make it so much better. You're able to talk about all sorts of stuff. My best friend is really into Taylor Swift, so we actually just sat outside a field a couple of days ago singing Taylor Swift during our lunch break. The English classes nearby did not appreciate that, but I thought that was one of the best moments of spring term.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question.
Is it Shake It Up?
No, Shake It Off.
Shake It Up.
Shake It Off.
Sorry, yes, Shake It Off. Yes.
Her Midnight album is really good.
Is that the most recent one?
Yeah. And we're trying to go to an actual show, but we don't have tickets, so we're planning to ask someone to drive us to stand on the outside of the stadium.
Yeah, because people are doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Can you do a riff from Shake It Up?
No.
Oh, okay. all right.
Copyright.
Oh, that's right.
She's litigious.
That's
so
right.
we gotta be careful.
Sorry, yes.
Who are some of the people who have made the biggest impact on your time at Kent? You don't necessarily need to name them by name, but if it's a coach, advisor, roommate, whatever.
The people that have made the most impact on me is definitely my best friend. I've known her since freshman year, and we were in the same honors bio class, and we're still friends 4 years later. And we just get along very well, and she's been through everything with me, and I'm so, so grateful to have her in my life. Two other people are two faculty members. One is my advisor. He is the coolest person you'll ever meet. He has a very interesting sense of humor, the best dad jokes, even when you're really annoyed. And next person is probably one of my favorite people, ever. She was one of my dorm parents, and she's just so caring and compassionate, and I know I would not be where I am without her. And I'm just so grateful for the three of them.
Who are these adults? Now I have to know.
These adults.
Yeah,
Oh.
who has the dad jokes?
Mr. Houston is pretty cool, and Miss Shade is awesome.
Great. I didn't know Mr. Housing had dad jokes. Now I'm good to know. It changes how I perceive him.
Yeah, people think he's scary, but he's
I
like,
don't think he's scary, but I didn't know that he had dad jokes.
yeah,
He's always been incredibly friendly to me.
yeah, he's a little tall. Miss Shade's also very tall.
Shades tall.
People are very tall here, and that's like the one thing where I'm a short human being, but
It's just an interesting insight. I haven't thought about. There are a lot of tall people here.
yeah,
What is
what,
that?
I mean, I'm one of the shortest people in my grade, and everyone always makes fun of me for that, but
Well, I don't like that part of it.
they care. They care. They want to be friendly.
But it works out as a coxswain.
That's
True.
true. That's true.
Beneficial in that regard. Okay, 10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Cat, and if you don't have a happy answer for this, we'll skip it because you said you can't wait to get out of here. But 10 years from now, when you look back on your time at Cat, what do you think will stand out?
In 10 years, when I look back, I'll probably think of the people and the environment. I think about whenever I leave, I go to Coral Patio and just look at mountain and watercolor or draw on my sketch pad. Just listening to everyone around me, the people laughing, and definitely the connections I make and the friendships I develop, I hope won't go away. And yeah.
Cool. What is something that people may not know about Kent that they should?
Something that people might not know about Kent, and they should, is the stir-fry station. I don't think every boarding school has it, which makes Kent, especially the dining hall, very special. So the stir-fry station, you can cook your own meal. We have noodles, rice, and you can add soy sauce. Not too much though, because that's too intense. But you have garlic sauce too, and there's a huge line every lunch or dinner, and it's an awesome experience. I think is unique to Kent.
That's the kind of insider information, genuinely, that I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
I really thought you were going to say the inside information is that there are a lot of tall.
There's a lot of tall people.
Thought for sure you were going to say.
Yeah.
If you're not 6'3", don't bother.
Yeah.
What does our motto, simplicity of life, directness of purpose, and self-reliance mean to you? Or you can pick one of the three, if one of the three stands out.
Self-reliance. Okay. I think one part of our motto that stands out the most to me is self-reliance. From the start, when you enter Kent, you're taught to handle your own responsibilities, like when to get to class on time, when to eat, when to do your homework, and no one, besides your advisor, you're kind of on your own in a good way, because you're taught to learn to email your teachers on your own, and that really prepares you for college and summer internships. So, yeah.
Great. Last question. Can you describe your Kent experience in either one word or one sentence? Kent is whatever.
If I could describe my Kent experience in one word, it would be wholesome.
Great. So once this truck goes past, can you look at me and say, Kent is wholesome? Wholesome?
I feel like that's so cringy.
Why do you say wholesome, out of curiosity?
Wholesome.
We won't use this. I'm just curious.
Cool. Probably because it's like an all-in-one package of like everything, so it's like all-encompassing.
So what about Kent is all-encompassing?
Oh yeah, that's a better word.
There we go. All right. If and when that fella moves on.
Do I have to explain or no?
Nope.
Great.
Kent is all encompassing. That's all you'll have to say.
Kent.
16 seconds.
Something which is all encompassing, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It would be on brand.
Yeah.
Are we getting the puppies going?
Oh yeah. Well, those cuties.
Oh,
Kind of like a
oh,
yin,
there's another one.
a yin yang.
Who's the third one?
Oh, that black, white.
Ah, Phineas is in the mix. All right, here we go. Hold on. Looking at me and saying, in a somewhat heartfelt way, Kent is all encompassing.
Kent is all encompassing.
Great, and now can you look right in the camera and say that?
Kent is all encompassing.
Once again, this time enunciate.
Kent is all encompassing.
One more. No laughing.
No,
Or
he's
laughing. Laughing.
I'm not laughing. No one's laughing over here.
And go.
Kent is all encompassing.
Ooh, that was really nicely delivered. All right. I think
We're done.
good.
Okay. So as far as the artistic endeavors at Kent, one of the things I'm most proud about is that our students are so well-rounded and don't have to choose between one activity, one sport, or one passion in performing arts. We really do embrace inclusivity and including students with their multiple interests. So within the music department, we have students that are interested in music tech. They might be doing independent compositional study. They might be involved in singing in chapel or in our a cappella groups. And at the same time, they might be in the after-school music program or performing through their lessons. There really is something for everybody.
Great.
Now that we're warmed up, can we do the first question one more time?
Certainly.
You're so nice and warmed up. That's let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
why performing arts?
So Kent, let me start again.
You good? Go ahead.
The performing arts are an integral part of the Kent experience. Every student gets involved in the performing arts in some manner while they're at the school. We like to think of ourselves as a very inclusive and diverse department that is very warm and welcoming. We find that we have students in our ensembles from every walk of life. They are involved in multiple aspects of the school, but we find that we have in our music ensembles, multiple ages, passions, interests, nationalities, all coming together for a common cause.
Great. Beautiful. What's your favorite part of the job?
Is it still, it's still
Yeah,
just running the whole time?
Keep looking at it. Don't worry about me.
I love that every year is different at Kent School. Coming myself from a different country, different background, I'm passionate about finding each student's background and the unique experiences that they bring to the Kent School community. Diversity is a huge part of what we embrace within the department, and every year is different. It's never the same, and I love that.
Great. Can you tell me, what is the feeling of, like the concert happens, it goes well, what's the feeling in that moment for you as an educator and as a person, as a community member?
The performing moments in the performing arts department are just key pillar stones. What's the word I'm looking for? Pillar. Let me do this one again.
Foundation?
Yes,
Cornerstone?
yes,
Something like
cornerstones. Thank you. So the performing art concerts or performances throughout the year are cornerstone moments for us. As an educator, it's an amazing journey to be on throughout the school year, to see the students come together, both socially, in their musical endeavors, in their skill set, and to watch the growth, not only throughout one school year, but their journey at the school is immensely rewarding.
Great. Can you tell me about, you don't have to use any specific names, but a student in your time here who you felt like really, really benefited from the program, and like, spin the yarn, tell me the whole story, whatever it is, they came in here and they couldn't play a C major scale and then they left and did this amazing thing, or whatever, they came in, they were super skilled, but whatever that is, like, who's someone who stands out in your mind? Again,
I'm going to
who's your
tweak
name?
that question slightly, if you
Please,
don't mind.
yes.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know what I-
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So one of my favorite things about teaching music at Kent School is the journey, the individual journey of each student. I have a student right now who's just started taking flute lessons with me after a few years of cello, and within 7 lessons, she's eager and ready to go out and perform in a studio recital for her peers with passion that you would not expect to see from somebody that just started a month ago. Pair that with students I have taught that have lifelong passions for music, that have outside of Kent School competed and won concerto competitions or made it to All Eastern, who stay in touch with me once they've graduated, because this has become part of their college experience, part of their life experience. And I embrace all of those levels and all of that enthusiasm, and it makes the journey unique every year.
That was great.
Okay.
Is it that one?
Something vibrating?
It sounds like a music stand.
Oh,
So
maybe
it's-
vibrating against this.
Or is it the AC?
It's the AC,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Okay. That made me lose a brilliant
Yeah.
question. I don't remember what it was now. Yeah, okay, it's not a music
It is
stand.
the AC.
It's the AC.
As it turns out. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. You were talking, let's go.
I was talking about the beginner and also the super advanced student and how
Yeah.
they're all rewarding to work with.
There it was, I got it, thank you. Thank you for that. What's the ideal outcome for the Performing Arts Department? What are you aiming for?
So in the music department, we aren't just teaching the advanced musician, we're teaching from the ground up, complete novices at times. And as an educator, your goal is to hopefully spark a love of the arts, of creativity, of opening your mind to new experiences, whether it's a genre of music that you've never considered before, a skill set that you never thought you'd be able to get, that you've just recently conquered. It builds character in so many ways. That was, I waffled a little bit there.
You're good.
No,
And conversely, the performer who is experienced, maybe has some stage experience, what can they expect through this 4-year
Journey.
journey?
Yeah.
If they hope to have maybe professional aspirations or whatever, what can they hope to gain?
I will answer that. It's a tricky one because I've been here for 18 years. I've never had anybody just solely study music. They always end up with biomed or doctor, something in conjunction. So it's rare that we have that situation in music, but certainly people have passions, that they've kept going. So let me think about how to answer that
do they
best.
come in that way, or do they come in serious about music and find something else that complements their experience?
Say, has anyone ever sat here in a couple of years and said, I really belong at Juilliard or something? Or have they said that this has fine-tuned my level to such a level?
I have an answer for you. You know what? I have an answer for you. It might not be exactly what you're looking for, but it's the true answer. Okay, so here I go. Another rewarding aspect of being an educator at Kent is seeing the individual growth of a student while they're at the school. It is somewhat rare for a student to come in as a third former with a lifelong goal. They don't come in with a lifelong goal mapped out in front of them, but to see in the world of the arts and in music in particular, the passions develop and materialize and mature over the 4 years at Kent is an extremely rewarding process. Do you want me to try that again?
Yeah, let's try that one more time. I mean, you have all the good elements.
Yeah, that is the honest
That
truth.
is the idea.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So one of the rewarding aspects to being a teacher, a music teacher at Kent School, is seeing the growth of the student over a 4-year period and how this crystallizes into a passion that might continue into their adulthood. It's rare for a student to come in as a third former with a map in front of them or a lifelong goal, but to watch their maturity and their skill set develop over 4 years is extremely rewarding.
That's good. That's really can be well pieced together, not to worry about the stumbles.
Okay.
Yeah. unlike musical.
You actually, I have to say, you're making me feel very comfortable for somebody that never did theatre or lights action
Yeah.
and thought, oh, I'm going to be like a train wreck. This actually, you made me feel very, very comfortable. Thank you.
And it is. It's about you. I know, which is very invasive. And what am I doing in front of this camera? But really, it's from the heart. It's an honest interpretation of how you view musical process.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah, because people watching this will see and hear your enthusiasm and your passion.
Yeah.
That's, you know, like, the logistics are important,
Yeah.
of course, they are, but when they see that, that's going to be really compelling too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I play football, but I also play guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and
Actually, that's one question I'll answer. You haven't answered it, but I'm going to give you one more sound back.
Yeah.
Is another favorite element to the department is the flexibility. We have students that come in that want to study the bagpipes or the harp, and we find a way to make that happen for them. Whatever the skill set, the interest, the passion is of our music students, we find a way to incorporate that into our curriculum. That's a very special thing that Kent School is able to do.
Yeah, that's
Now
great.
you're on fire.
I wouldn't say that.
Lynn's the Lenny Kravitz. We have the whole.
Yeah. But it is flexible. When you think about a public school program that's marching band based, there isn't much creativity within that to go off piste. We will happily go off piste if we have a student who says, hey, I want to write a piece for 2 bagpipes and an oboe. We'll say, okay, we got a teacher, a bagpipe, and an oboe. Let's try it. Well, we make it happen.
Nice. There's no creativity. They're not
No.
stifled into or
Right.
pigeonholed into a certain path.
No,
Yes.
no.
Free expression.
Free expression.
Yeah.
It turns out bagpipers aren't that expensive. We have 2 bagpipers at graduation, it's like $500 or something like that.
Really?
Well, I actually think they do a special for us because they work here. But bagpipers.
Oh, they work here? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
we have bagpipers in our community?
So did you ever hear Eugene practicing, Eugene Park? He'd stand downstairs for his bagpipe lesson because it was too noisy to have in the building, and they would pipe over South Fields.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
No, our guitar teacher and his brother are the 2 bagpipers,
That's
and
incredible. I didn't
and
know
they
that.
work here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very funny. Okay, it's not that cheap.
Well, they have.
If you know the right people, it's cheap.
We
they
know
had
the
my
right
Yale's
people.
graduation yesterday, so.
Performing arts.
Right.
So, what's our philosophy about performing arts? Why does
Well,
Kent
you
have a
know,
performing arts department?
Why does anybody have a performing arts department? I think Kent's mission is a noble one, to educate our students, to prepare them to contribute good to the world beyond Kent. And to quote Wordsworth, Longfellow, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, the poet, music is the language of mankind. So if you're going to prepare yourself for that world beyond Kent, don't you want to speak the language that everybody speaks? There you go. I mean, why else would you want to study a foreign language so you can communicate with other people? Study the one language that everybody understands, music.
Like that. So, from your, what does studying music or the performing arts add to the Kent experience?
I think personally, building the family that you build at Kent, even within the best family, there are cliques within the family. There are groups that are more singularly oriented towards something. The group that we have here at Kent, which is, I don't know the numbers, you probably do, 40+% are participating in music in some way. That is a big clique to be a part of. You know, that's probably the biggest, well, it would be the biggest single group at Kent. It's larger than any of the athletic groups. And, you know, you get this ready-made family. You know, some of the performing groups are 60, 70, 80 people in the group that you get to speak a common language with, and then take that experience and then share it with the community through concerts and recitals. I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer to me to study music, you know, especially here at Kent when it's a residential community.
So I'm looking at Kent and I'm looking at wherever else. Pick whatever school you want in your mind. What's the difference here? Can't I get the same experience at Taft? I don't mean to sound adversarial.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Let me rephrase that. What makes the music and performing arts at Kent distinct?
Performing arts at Kent is designed in such a way that you can participate in performing arts without sacrificing anything else in the experience. So it doesn't interfere with your academics at all. It doesn't interfere with your sports activities at all. It doesn't interfere with your study time and your homework hours and your meals. It doesn't interfere with anything. It's designed in such a way so that you can experience that without sacrificing to experience that.
Great. What's your favorite part of the job?
You know, we did a concert years ago, and I was kind of the MC of the concert. It was for parents. It was a parents' weekend. And one of the things that I said to that group of parents was, you know, I was always taught growing up not to feel sorry for people, but I kind of feel sorry for the audience because they get to hear this stuff once. I get to hear it every single day. Hop out of bed every morning, ready to go to work. It's a joy.
Great. Tell me about, what does it feel like during the performance or right after in this sort of culminating moments? Can you describe that feeling as an educator?
Yeah, in my almost 40 years in this business, there are very few major concerts that I can think of in the past that I have not choked back the tears. It's like the first time you take your child to Disney World and you see their eyes. At the end of a concert, when it goes extremely well, which most do, you see it in their eyes, and you feel the emotion that they feel. And I mean, that's why I continue to do it and will continue to do it.
I like that. Can you tell me another story? This one about a student, you don't have to name the student, but somebody stand out in your mind, whether they came in and didn't know right from left, and by the time they graduated were great, or someone who came in and was great, but needed to be, rough around the edge, whatever it is, just like
I can name two. I can talk about two. One, a young man who was here, who was a great student, an average athlete. Academically, he was very strong. His fifth form year, his junior year here, he decided that he wanted to get involved in music in some way. So he tried out for the musical and got a small part and fell in love with singing. He had never sung, he had never taken a music lesson in his life. So he immediately started taking voice lessons and some piano lessons, was in the musical his senior year, went on to college, majored in music, got his degree in vocal performance, got a full ride scholarship in Italy to be a baritone opera performer and get his master's degree. Would not have happened if he hadn't got involved in music and been a part of the music program here. And now it's his career. It just happened late. A similar example, a young man came here who was an athlete, and his goal was to be the next great soccer player. And his second year here, his fifth form year, it's his fourth form year. He came as a freshman. He had an accident on the field and had to have several surgeries on his ankle. Ended his soccer. He had always wanted to play drums, so he joined our ensembles and started taking some drum lessons. And ended up becoming, by the time he left here, one of our #1 musicians, won the music award for the school his senior year, which again was a happy circumstance for him. And he continues to this day, he plays in the jazz band at his university. So.
And that man's name is Dave Grohl. No.
Wow, he did well.
Yeah, he did well. Yeah. He didn't graduate high school for the record. Anyway, it's okay if this is a repeat of something you said, pretend it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing people should know about music or performing arts at Kent that even if they read through the whole brochure, the website, the brochure, they still may not know this?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's extremely well-rounded.
Can you say the program or the music program?
The music program is extremely well-rounded. We pretty much offer everything in all the different disciplines, sub-disciplines of music, from audio production to performance to theoretical, the music theory classes. We do a lot of music history, not just the traditional kind of music history, but we also offer a history of contemporary styles. We have expertise in all instrumental areas. We have a faculty that is beyond reproach. They're all professional musicians and performing musicians currently, as well as highly skilled teachers in specialty areas. You know, if you're looking for a music education, you can't do better.
Great. Anything else? Anything else?
One question. Do you recall, you said that you struck an image in my mind of a kid playing in front of their parents, maybe the first time they've seen him play in a while. Do you recall an incident where a parent came up to you thereafter and maybe tears in their eyes saying, boy, just thank you for... Happened twice at our spring concert this year. Two different parents came up. One mom came up and gave me a hug and said, you saved my son's life. Music is his life now. He wants to major in college and so forth and so on. And the other was the parent of a senior who had tears in it for a different reason, that her son was going to lose what he had here. Not that he can't recreate it wherever he goes, because he's very bright and very talented, but she was concerned that his life was not going to be the same after he left here, because music was such a huge part of what his kid experienced. It was just his focus while he was here. And is that an evolutionary thing over 4 years? Do you find there are students who never knew how much love they have for music?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There, you know, every year it never ceases to amaze me that a student will come to me and say, you know, I was going to major in finance, but I think I really want to pursue audio production, or I really want to pursue composition and theory, or I really want to pursue singing or playing the piano or whatever. And that happens yearly. You know, once they get here, they find that passion that they either had not been aware of before, or that was in some way kindled by what we do here, the Kent Experience.
Love the word kindle. That's great. That's very...
I got one more quote for you.
Please.
Going back to Kent's motto of preparing kids to do good in the broader world beyond Kent, Arthur Schopenhauer, the philosopher, said that music is the melody whose text is the world.
There we go. Now we got our closing.
Very good.
All right.
Very beautiful.
Thank you, Tom. That was
All right.
awesome. I'm going to go fetch Barbara.
Yep. Oh, I love that infused water.
Yeah. It's nice.
I love it.
Something that was
It's
really
healthy.
very
Yep. I don't think so far this year, but I don't think they've had it this year, but they had the juicer.
Oh,
They had
yeah,
lots
yeah.
of juices last year.
Yeah, I
They had
remember
maybe
that.
because of COVID, they were really doing it, but they haven't really had it this year though.
Okay, you guys are good now.
Okay.
Keep your feet planted as if you
Okay. As if I'm singing.
Yes, so that mark is always going to be your mark, and we are not going to deviate from that depth of field,
Gotcha.
and you are good to go.
All right, so
Okay.
talk to me like I am a 13 or 14-year-old. I'm on the Kent website. I put performing arts. Why should I don't mean this to sound adversarial. I mean to
No.
Why should I care about performing arts? What is it going to add to my life to study performing arts at Kent School?
Well, performing arts in general is such an important thing to study. It's really such a wonderful way to express yourself. It's a wonderful way to meet other like-minded people. So especially here at Kent School, we have so many wonderful students who are passionately devoted to music. And I like to specifically talk about the vocal music, being the choral director and the chapel music director and voice teacher. Really, you know, there's so many opportunities for performance here at Kent, for learning here at Kent. And like I mentioned, there are so many students here in the vocal and choral programs who are truly passionate about excellence in vocal performance, true commitment to the study of the vocal arts. And that makes us as the teachers even more excited, because when the students are excited and so passionate and committed to the art of vocal performance, it challenges us and it gets us even more excited.
Great.
So.
That's fantastic.
Good.
Mike Hirschfeld talks with some regularity, at least in my presence, about sort of a whole student approach at Kent School. That you know, someone might come to Kent for a specific program, or that might have led them to learn more about the school, hockey, music, whatever it is. But he wants to make sure the experience here attends to the wholeness of the person. So, how do you think studying music does that? How does it work in tandem with everything else happening at the school to kind of develop the whole child?
Right. Well, most of our students, even though they exhibit passion for music, most of them have several passions. The new president of our choral program next year, she's also a Boat One rower. The president this year is undefeated in tennis. So we have lots of riders and lots of kids interested in various sports. So more than one passion is a great thing, because it keeps you interested in life and keeps you diverse in what you're doing. And so what's great here at Kent, which is not the case in all schools, is that our musicians are encouraged to follow different passions: art, sports, various academic pursuits. And because of the way we have things set up, we often do work with coaches and teachers so that we can all support students together in their various lines of interest. So not just music, although of course music is most important.
That was great. What's your favorite part of the job?
I think that my favorite part of choral music, teaching voice, working in the chapel, is when we finally come to fruition in a performance. So all of our hours of rehearsing, studying music, studying technique, preparing for performance, when all of these hours and meetings and rehearsals finally come together, and all the behind the scenes work has been completed, and we finally come to the epitome of an excellent performance. And when we're in that performance, and I can feel it myself and with the students, we sort of enter into this timeless kind of feeling where we're there, we're together, it's a joint project that we have worked on and we're presenting, and the joy of the music that we're making in that moment, it really has a sense of timelessness to it and joy, which is wonderful for us to share with our audience as well.
Fantastic. You're good at this.
Good.
You answered another question I've been asking.
Okay.
So tell me a couple stories. Has there been in your time here one or more students who there's been some type of transformation for them, whether they came in and they were great singers or great players, but rough around the edges in one way or another, and being involved in this program made them better as people, or someone who didn't know the bass clef from the treble clef when
Right.
they came here and then they graduated and music is some meaningful, whether it's their career or just an important part of their life, or somebody that comes to mind when you think about kind of, your greatest hits as a teacher?
Yeah. Whoops. Well, the first person who comes to mind is actually one of my organ students. And this student, during his time here at Kent, he was always involved in music. He was always interested in music, and that was really his thing. He was very shy, very quiet, very unassuming, but had a real internal passion for music and music performance. And so he came to me in his sixth form year. He had studied piano and had done little things, but he came to me in his sixth form year in September looking to learn the organ. And once he set his hands and his feet on this organ, there was no going back, because he found a true passion for the organ. And the organ, of course, in the St. Joseph's Chapel is a beautiful instrument. And he would spend hours and hours and hours on this organ. We learned lots of repertoire, lots of technique. And he would come in and teach me. He would show me videos. Look, Mrs. Kovacs, at this beautiful organ in Germany. Look at this wonderful organist. Look at this repertoire. And so we actually really taught each other about the organ and various repertoire and performers and organs. And so he gave a wonderful recital at the end of the year. He was named, he received the music prize at the end of his senior year. And so he's now studying the organ at university, at Temple University. And he's become a member of the Hartford chapter of the American Guild of Organists. And he just gave a recital in Hartford, and I saw a photo of him in the newsletter for American Guild of Organists, and he has a huge smile on his face. And I said to myself, he has found his peeps, because they all had the same smile, and they all really gave a beautiful performance. And so I can really see him growing from a very shy, unassuming and quiet young musician, growing in skill while he was here at Kent, and really doing amazing things on the organ as he goes forward after graduation.
That was awesome.
Good.
Okay. One thing that everybody needs to know about Kent's music program.
One thing.
They're looking at, somebody applying is applying from anywhere to 4 to 12 schools, and they're going to get like the facts and the figures mushed together. They're not going to be able to remember the different, maybe they would. But for the sake of the argument of this question, they're not going to be able to remember, was it Kent that had this, or was it Taft or Loomis, or whatever? So what's the one thing that you hope that when they're sitting down and they get, let's say they got accepted to every school they applied to, and they're going to let the music program be the deciding factor, what's the one thing they should keep in mind?
Okay. Well, to me, the most descriptive word for Kent School's music program is the word vibrancy. Because the vibrancy of our music program really describes the energy of the teachers, the energy of the interactions between teachers and students, the number and quality of the performances that we have here at Kent School, and the passion and the excitement and the love of music that is all shared here in the halls of our beautiful music center. And that's it.
Great.
Good.
No, I was very captivated by the gentleman went to Temple.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what I was thinking, that, because music is of itself its own language. It has its own natural connection to earth, and it allows someone psychologically to change who they are. And so I was thinking, have you experienced where a person who may never be a professional musician, but music itself has assisted that person in
Yeah.
connecting to his environment and his world
Yeah.
in a much fuller way that's helped him kind of, if you...
And himself as well.
To
Yeah.
himself, exactly.
Yeah.
Noticing that his own timbre is somehow related to the way he interacts with everybody.
Yeah.
In some way. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
Of course, yeah. And I have a lot of students who have, studied music, and it really helped their social development and their knowledge of themselves and their love of the arts and love of the world. But he, I think, had the most noticeable metamorphosis coming from they're very shy and quiet. And then, he's still relatively shy and quiet, but you can see it in his demeanor. He just has so much more self-confidence, and he just loves what he's doing.
As long as he can speak that language, he's fine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
All the other
that's
languages
right.
are
Yes,
difficult.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of
So,
music, is
yeah.
it is its own language.
It
in many-
is, definitely.
many ways.
Yeah. And we all enjoy speaking the same language.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's funny, the word, when musicians are together, is we play music. We use the word play. And that's really what it is, right?
It's absolutely, yeah.
Now we organize music or we work music, we play music.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have nothing.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Good.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
You can be as technical as you want, but I'm not going to ask you any technical.
You guys are free to go anytime you want.
So, let's start with a total softball. What's the best part of your job?
The best part of my job. That's actually really difficult. There are many things, many facets of my job that I enjoy immensely. Obviously working with students, that's why I'm a teacher. Creating with students, I think, is really special in the performing arts and in dance, that I get to support and guide students in creating something truly unique that often is a part of themselves, that they share and create and culminates in a work of art. So I think that's my favorite part of my job, creating things with students.
Great. Off to a good start.
When you create something with a student, is it their discovery more often than not in the creative process?
Yes.
And how do you tap into that? How do you pull that out of you?
Well, I'll give you a quick example. We're doing a composition right now, in dance composition, based on some sort of a social, ethical, moral issue. And the students were guided to select something that they have strong personal feelings about and take a stance, formulate an opinion, and then to share a message with the class in creating this composition. And all of the students selected something that they have personal experience dealing with, whether it's an emotional issue or something political. So the things that they are composing about are issues that they feel very strongly about. So they come from themselves. And then I help guide them in how do you take those large thematic feelings and ideas and translate them into action, into movement. How do you embody those feelings and thoughts?
Okay. That's great. That's great. It's good. I'm just gonna fix you real quickly. I'm trying to tuck that wire back here a little bit.
Trying to hide the...
No, that part really blends in.
Okay, good.
Because really, the shot won't really touch
The avocado.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
quite show.
It's probably some blueberry and banana, avocado, some booby milk.
The wire doesn't want to stay, does it?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's just I'm trying to keep it tucked in here. So if you keep that, is that
I
okay
won't.
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. I think my hands in my pockets were making it.
Probably,
I will not do that.
That would be great. All right. Good to go.
All right. Can you tell me a story about a student who experienced a transformation And from whether they came in and they were great, but some rough edges got sanded down, or they came in totally uncoordinated and became incompetent. Some type of point A to point B story.
Yeah. There are many that come to mind, so I'm trying to select one. This is a shorter one, but we have a beautiful ballet dancer, Jessie, right now. She's a senior, she's graduating, and trained in China in ballet. Came to Kent almost as a pre-professional level ballet dancer, never having experienced other genres of dance, so tap, jazz, hip hop, contemporary, nothing else. And she loathed tap class in particular. Her freshman year, she was begging me to not perform in the show. And over the course of her 4 years, now in tap class, she's become a student leader. She moved up from the most beginning novice section to the second most advanced. She is confident. She's using her whole body. She's smiling when she's tap dancing. She's actually enjoying it. And so not only is she physically capable now, where she wasn't really before, but she enjoys doing it. So that's an example of a pretty tremendous arc.
Yeah, great. So in terms of the performing arts, maybe dance specifically, what's kind of our guiding philosophy from your vantage point?
Well, for me personally, there are three things that I've focused on the most at Kent in the dance department. The first would be creating a holistic Kent dance experience. So how can we, as teachers, support the student holistically, not only teaching them technique and how to dance, but also supporting them emotionally, mentally. And I think that the dance studio is a very homey, very comfortable, safe space where students feel cared for and supported as a whole person, not just as a dancer. The second thing is valuing everyone's unique embodied movement knowledge. You know, we all come into the studio with our own lived experience, whether it's as a squash player or doing martial arts or a swimmer or as a ballerina or as a hip hop dancer. And in Western culture in particular, in dance, we tend to really value ballet above all things. And I've really tried to stress that everyone's movement experience is important and special. Not just the ballet dancer, that the hip hop dancer, the kid who's taken taekwondo, or who's been a squash player, that they all have equally important and valuable skills to bring to the table from the very beginning. So valuing everyone's unique embodied knowledge. And then kind of along that same line is creating an inclusive environment, a dance studio where the pre-professional ballerina can come in and learn and grow and thrive, and the total novice, senior football player who just wants to dance for fun his last term, or the kid who really likes to move and has always been kind of too afraid to dance, where they can all come to dance and enjoy their experience, where they can all learn and grow and have a good time in doing so.
Great. So if someone is an 8th grader and they're looking at schools and living a whole bunch of schools and all those schools have dance programs, what's kind of, very broadly speaking, what's kind of the difference at Kent? What do we do that's distinct? Or do we believe that's distinct, or whatever that distinction is?
I think there are two things that I went to boarding school, and when I was working on creating a curriculum for the dance department here, I did some research into boarding schools in our area, the tri-state area. One of the things that is very unique about Kent is that we have an academic component to dance. Most schools do not. So students can take dance as an academic, as a scholarly pursuit during the academic day. Currently, we offer 5 courses in dance composition, musical theater dance anthropology, and advanced ethnochoreology. Was that 5 or 4? So a student who is really passionate about dance, or someone who wants and needs to fulfill an art requirement and has no interest in dance can come, or anywhere in between that spectrum, and take dance as a scholarly pursuit, which is very special. And then secondarily, I'd say, and I already kind of spoke to this, that I have watched and observed students of all levels enjoy the program. Whether it's a student who goes to college, like last year we had a girl who's a dance major in college, and that's what she wants to do with her life. And the year before we had a young lady who wanted to be on Broadway, and she's pursuing performing on Broadway. They grew in their experience here at Kent and enjoyed dancing. Or the student who just wants to dance for fun one term. I think it's hard to target all of those kids, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of that. So I think that's unique, that all levels, all walks of dance and movement can come and enjoy the program.
And in the scheme of Kent's mission, trying to be a whole student education place, what does dance contribute to that?
Well, dancing yields many very interesting and productive conversations. We're doing a piece right now about mental health awareness. And so in the dancing of that piece and the performing of that piece, we've had many conversations in class about what is wellness, what is mental health, what does that mean? So when you're tapping into these parts of yourself and feelings, and you engage in conversation and critical thinking about larger issues than just yourself. I think it helps expand one's scope and perspective and be more empathetic to the walks of other people, the lives of other people around you. So performing arts, tapping into your own emotions helps to be more aware of others, I guess. I don't know if that made any sense.
Can you say that last part again with confidence?
I don't know if I can.
It's a great point. You just said it like but it's true. My opinion, performing arts helps you tap into the feelings and experiences of others.
Yeah.
Can you just say that part? That's really good.
Okay, again. The performing arts help one to tap into the emotions and feelings of other people.
Great. Anything else?
Yeah, this may be a chicken and the egg question. Only in my short time spent at the dance halls in practice, there seems to be a real camaraderie. Girls really are cheering on each other, irrespective of their levels. If somebody is good, they're going to cheer them on.
Yes.
There's not a sense of that competition.
Yes.
It seems like is that a function of dance, or is that a function of the Kent spirit? How would you?
I think that's a function of the Kent experience.
And maybe put that in.
Yeah. So I was this dance studio owner, and I had a competition team, and we traveled all over the country, and we competed, and it was really interesting and engaging experience, and pushed the girls to become their best dancer selves. It can also create an environment of competition where dancers are comparing themselves to one another and perhaps hoping that the other doesn't excel or succeed. Something that we started doing at Kent 2 years ago was we start each term, rather with placement and technique classes, we start with a whole week of ensemble building. So we do crazy movement exercises where you need the body of the other person in order to stand, or you have to travel across the floor together and move this prop, but you can only use one foot, or you have to remain linked or something. So we'll do a whole week of team building that's around movement, not really dance. And I think that makes a huge difference in starting the term with this focus on the team, the ensemble. We are an ensemble. We're not individual entities. We are, and I speak often in class about, it's like we're this beautiful portrait, and you're all these tiny little pieces that together create this gorgeous landscape, or we're this really complex puzzle. And if you lose one piece of the puzzle, it looks empty, it's not complete. So we really strive to impart that team and ensemble environment.
That's fantastic.
Right?
No, that's great.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
All right, I did okay?
I don't think you'd like to go.
So, in general, an education in the arts helps students make connections between the art with which they engage and life, and demonstrate their learning through a wide variety of forms of performance. Develop skills in public presentation, listening, creative thinking, collaboration, communication, and problem solving. It fosters self-discipline, social skills, self-directed learning, participation with others, and helps to provide students with experiences to understand and interact with the world around them while learning that learning about the arts is a lifelong process. I didn't really, I thought I could wing some of the stuff I had there, and I can't really.
It's okay.
So I'll pick it up at the end again.
Yes.
Participation with the performing arts helps to provide students with experiences to understand that learning is a lifelong process. The performing arts reflects and at times affects society's view of the world, its history, philosophy, religious attitudes, social structure, theoretical assumptions, its way of thinking about humanity and the world and nature. Through participating in the performing arts here at Kent, students learn skills that will help them throughout their lifetime while developing understanding of the world around them that can only come from the study of art.
Eloquent.
At times.
Muy eloquent.
And you do the piece about the O.B. Davis chair. It's 42, not 46.
Okay. I am Jeffrey Stewart. I am the Performing Arts Department Chair. I am also the O.B. Davis 42, O.B. Davis Class of 42 Chair in English. Yeah, so I'll say that one more time. Yeah. I'm Jeffrey Stewart, the Performing Arts Department Chair. This is my 20th year at Kent. I'm also on the English faculty, specifically the O.B. Davis Class of 42 Chair in English.
We're going to add the tagline in throughout the video, so this is my 8%.
Chair in English. Yeah, so I'll say that one more time. Yeah. I'm Jeffrey Stewart, the Performing Arts Department Chair. This is my 20th year at Kent. I'm also on the English faculty, specifically the O.B. Davis Class of 42 Chair in English.
We're going to add the tagline in throughout the video, so this is my 8%, because you're going to be talking about what part of the 8% of the annual fund pertains to your work. So this is my 8%.
Okay, so what part of the annual fund applies to perform?
The annual fund, your tagline is just going to be, this is my 8%.
Oh, I just have to say those words. Yeah. Okay. This is my 8%.
Again?
This is my 8%.
Good. Beautiful.
Stays around.
Okay. What's important to me about Kent, my 8%, if you will, really has been the relationships I've had here at Kent School, not only with fellow faculty members, but also with students. And this place has been an amazing place for me to raise my family. My two sons went to Kent, both had incredible experiences here. And to have this wonderful place for them to grow up in, and to have our students arrive and grow through a very important part of their lives is just critical to keep going with this 8% that draws off of the endowment or the annual fund or wherever it draws off of. I was pretty eloquent till the end there. Yeah, so.
Can we try that from the top?
Yeah.
I loved everything in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, Kent School has provided a place for my family to grow, just as it provides a place for students to grow during a critical part of their life. My two sons went to Kent. They both had wonderful experiences here. They did have some involvement in the performing arts, particularly my older son. And the friendships that both of my kids gained in their time at Kent School have persisted with them beyond Kent and changed their lives for the better. And what they learned while they were here, just as what all of our students learn, has really become a core part of their identity.
Do you want him to employ the words 8% somewhere in his answer?
The students are really going to be the ones that are plugging 8%.
Got it.
Yeah. So they're going to be the ones you can hear 8% repeated thousands of times. So I don't know necessarily need.
Okay.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I could say that. Performing arts is my 8%.
Done with gusto.
That's right, exactly.